I snag a good seat and prepare for another class. Sometimes I can't believe they still let Professor T-Dog teach here. I guess that's the power of tenure. I wonder what he's going to get into today. I don't remember what his voice was. He's Dracula. Blah! Alright, you little shit monkey money stakes. Sit down. Let's get it started. Blah. I didn't do a very good Dracula. Blah. Everyone quiets down, sitting in their seats. The professor turns on the projector and starts displaying slides. The slides seem to be displaying a countryside. A few buildings dot it, and as he progresses through the slides, we see a bunch of people standing in front of buildings and posing.
Professor, what are we? Are we just looking at your vacation slides?
Bleh, what's your point? I'm trying to get to a point. If a certain nosy know-nothings would stop interrupting me, we'll get to my castle. Bleh. I sit back in my seat, not believing we're actually looking at the professor's vacation slides. Bleh, here we go. This is the slide that matters. On the projector is a picture of some kind of small green statue. The fabled jade monkey of Tuskatoon, a small village in the western of Nigeria. I sought the fabled statue for 6 years before beginning my career here. Bleh, unfortunately, it was in my grasp and I lost it to a rival hunter.
What is the point of this, Professor?
Oh yes, Bleh. What is the point indeed, Bleh? The point, my dear, is that I've never given up my search, Bleh, and my voice is changing. I know one of you has it, Bleh, and I will suck your blood. I don't know what his voice is turning into. The professor points at Roxanne and myself. The rest of the class gasp in surprise.
Why, whatever do you mean, dear Professor? Yeah, what are you talking about?
You didn't play dumb with me. Give up the jade monkey, and I won't have the spring trap I planted in both of your chairs. The professor pulls out a small switch attached to a radio transmitter. I look under my chair and see the dynamite he planted there. Fuck it, Roxanne's a bitch. I stand up, pointing at my finger squarely at Roxanne.
Sorry, Red, but I know you've got it. Just cough it up already so we can go home.
Roxanne frowns and reaches into her backpack. When her hand comes back, it's holding a small jade statue. There it is, my pupil. Get the statue and we shall want for nothing. I nod at the professor, glaring at Roxanne for her part. She just smiles, cocking her head and waving me on. I jump up, kicking off my desk so I can fly across the room to where Roxanne is. She blocks my initial punch with a swift motion of her arm.
Whoa! Was that the crane mantis meets a traveler? It's cannot be. You are from the Death Hand School.
Oh, of course I am. Do you really think I had to destroy all your clan? You don't have the strength.
Now, let me show you the true kung fu.
Our fists meet with a thunderclap as we try to move past each other's defense. Her kung fu is strong, but I know that I have a righteousness on my side. Suddenly, one of her feet darts out and sweeps my leg. I immediately retreat to a standing crane.
Ha! You have left yourself open!
Her fist moves faster than I can imagine, hitting 4 pressure points on my chest.
You are a worthy opponent, but you have only 4 steps to live.
Professor Task and the rest of the T-Dog and the rest of the class gasps in pain and sorrow as Roxanne moves 6 steps away from me. I can't let her get away with this. I take 2 steps forward. Another. With my fourth step, a pain builds in my chest. I see Roxanne smirking condescendingly at me. With a start, I lift my head from my desk. Can't believe I fell asleep. The hell was that dream? And that is why you should always be aware of what kind of cheese you are buying in foreign countries. See, I told you I was getting to a point. Time's running short to get my plans into motion. I need to get a great poster to let people know what I'm doing. I think it's time to talk to Rakesh. Yeah, it is. Sure, fuck it. I head down the hall, formulating my game plan as I go. I knock on Rakesh's door, thinking about what kind of poster he might make. Ah. Oh, wait. He's like French. Mix, come in.
Hi, bro.
I give Rakesh a quick high five as I enter the room.
Let's get right to business. I need to commission you.
What? What for?
I heard you heard about this party Ian's throwing. What bands will be playing?
Oh, yes, she invited me just the other day. That is incredibly exciting, Mix. Yes, let us design a poster for your outing. Whoopsie daisy. Speak to me, Max. Speak to me of music. Rakesh spins with a flourish and walks over to his easel, placing a new sheet of paper on it. He's a very silly person sometimes. I sit down on his bed and watch as he stares at the paper, waiting for me to talk first.
It's just us, Rakesh. Back alley flash. We want something simple that tells the folks what we're playing. It's already gonna be a party. We just want our fans to know where we're gonna be there.
I suppose I can do something like that. Seems almost tame for you, Max. Rakesh starts sketching on his paper, making wild marks across everywhere. Can't really tell what's on it. A few minutes later, he turns to look at me. He gestures towards a big white space towards the top of the poster. What do you think? Can I put your portraits up here, or can I put something more imaginative? A utilitarian poster with something fancy at the top? Or just, like, go the Beatles route and have headshots? Let's go with imagination. No. I mean, does the gig really... I don't think the gig fucking matters. Whatever.
It's just a simple poster. You don't need pictures on it. Just draw something great.
Rakesh grins at me and starts sketching into the white space. This will take a while. I will have your posters ready to distribute tomorrow. I will even put them up and around for you.
Ah, thank you. Alright, Rakesh. It's in your hands now. And I'm not gonna bother checking what the poster's actually gonna turn out looking like. I mean, you could just draw a bunch of dicks on it, and it wouldn't even goddamn matter.
Yeah, okay. You give me a call tomorrow and we'll run down the set list, okay?
You got it, man. I'll think tonight I'm gonna take Sally out.
Yeah, seems like a good plan. Memphis and I wave each other goodbye. I know Sally is home, though with finals coming up pretty soon. Let's do this shit. I grab my jacket and head back outside. Unless I miss my guess, she should be around here about now. Hey, Max. I spin around and spot Sally coming back.
Oh, hi. Looks like I was late coming out.
I'm glad you came out anyway. Here, let me put Vegemite away and I'll just go for a walk, the two of us. 20 minutes later, Sally and I are walking around town, hand in hand. It's a little embarrassing, but she's cute, so it's alright. She's so goddamn kawaii.
So,
what? Fucking Sally, what the hell happened to your voice there for a second? So, if we can get enough signatures, the Dean promised to look into the issue.
Wow, nice work, Sally. You're really taking a stand here.
Well, yeah, my poli-sci professor says he'll give me an extra credit for it, so it's not entirely altruistic.
How you doing in that class anyway?
Pretty well. The professor used to participate in protests all the time when he was a student. He's been pretty inspirational.
That's my lady. Gonna change the world someday.
Hopefully more than once. What about you? You want to sign our petition?
Yeah, sure. Show it to me when we get back.
You know, I hope your band does take off. There's nothing like a rock star to send that message out there. I grin as Sally squeezes my hand.
Well, every great rock star needs an activist girlfriend. Keeps me from getting all strung out on crack and drugs and everything else that plagues the rockstar lifestyle, which I kind of liked, but you know, whatever. I can get all strung out on the environment. I hear you get a hell of a high huffing oil-covered seagulls.
That might be a little bit off message. Still, it's good to know your heart's in more or less the right space.
Aye, if it's in your hands, I know it's the right place.
I'll just bet you do. Don't worry, I don't plan on giving you an easy time.
Sounds fun to me. I look forward to taking everything you can dish out.
Sally pulls me in close and kisses my cheek. I think it'll I think it'll be more than a handful for me too, boy. Sally smiles as we continue our walk. After a little while, we find a nice bench. We watch the sun set as we talk, my arm around her. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-burp. Alright, quick little allude. That's where my guide ends for Sally. Like, I guess for important shit. So now we're just kind of playing the rest of the game and seeing what happens. We are more than set for having the final relationship thing with Sally. So it's cool. Yeah. So other than that, I'm just going to be doing events, seeing what happens, and then yeah. Event like this with the whole band thing. Tonight's the night. Everything I've worked for comes down to tonight.
Alright, Max. We've got everything ready. Well, just about. We've got all the flyers all printed up and the spare stuff all ordered. Had to get some spare amps and a few mics. Long story short, bro, it's time to pay the piper.
Yeah, alright. But otherwise, we're all ready to go, right?
Yeah, though I don't think Anne's paying us until after tonight, so you better have the money up front. Or you can call everything off. It pissed some people off, but I guess it's better than starving on in a gutter somewhere.
Must you always be so dramatic, Memphis?
A few hours later, I'm standing in a rented party hall watching everything get set up. I look at Anne when I look. It looks like Anne went out of her way to get this whole thing going right. I can even see a bartender setting up shop. Hopefully she won't mind a few extra guests when our fans show up. Finally, I spotted the band coming in.
There you jerks are. I thought you stood me up.
You wish. Then I would have had the whole stage to yourself.
As the band files in, I'm a little surprised to see Sally helping them, carrying instruments into the makeshift stage we've set up. As she puts down the instrument, she comes over to me and gives me a quick kiss.
This is the reverse of the I failed because she kicked me. Fuck you, Memphis.
Memphis gets nobody. Maybe he gets Anne. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Fuck you, Memphis. You need anything else, sweetie? Otherwise, I'll go see if Anne needs a hand.
No, I think we're good. Thanks for the help, Sally.
She smiles and blows me a kiss and then off to go help Anne. After an hour or so, I hear Anne yelling across the hall.
Okay, everyone. I'm going to open the door. Close the curtain. You're on in 20 minutes, Max.
I give her a thumbs up and she smiles as the curtains close. I can hear the crowd gathering and take a quick peek through the curtain. The band is almost ready. Our sound checks are long since finished. We're just making sure everything's locked down.
Good crowd out there. Looks like we got a lot of attention.
Yeah, I'll bet. That flyer was badass.
I grin at Memphis and close the curtain. A few minutes later, I hear Anne walking on the stage.
Everyone, thank you very much for coming to attend my end of the year party. I know a lot of you are freshmen like me. And, if nothing else, we first year should stick together. So let's not let this year be the last we see each other. I hope we can support each other and be friends throughout all of college, whatever.
She's laying it on a little thick, but I'm sure she's just excited. The crowd roars in appreciation of the sentiment, though. Good to hear they appreciated it.
And with that in mind, here's another band fronted by another first-year student like us. So I hope you're ready to rock like never before. May I present Back Alley Flash!
The curtain pulls back almost immediately, and I strum a chord, taking a quick look at my band before grinning and hitting immediately into our first song. As I look over the crowd, I can tell the house is full. Everyone cheers as we get going in our first number. This is going to be a great set. At least when I look carefully, I can spot all of our roommates here, ready to enjoy the show. Even Douchnik showed up. Back Alley Flash plays its heart out for the next 70 minutes, but by the end, the crowd is cheering and loving it. I think the bar might have helped a bit, as it seems like a lot of them went off to get blasted while we were still playing. Still, as long as they had fun, I don't really care how they got there. When the crowd inevitably calls for an encore, we give them one. Playing a fast dance number, most of the crowd grabs a partner and starts dancing up a storm. I noticed Rakesh grabbing Carmen for a dance. I'm surprised to see Carmen grab Rakesh's ass, though the grin on his face tells me he's alright with it. I can see all the other roommates dancing together, making a nice circle. Finally, we finish our set and the curtains close on us. The band stands up, stretches after a long set, and cheers. We did a damn fine job out there.
Not bad, you stage hog.
Not bad yourself, Jackface.
I give him a quick hug before high-fiving Jerry and Slim. Memphis won't let that stand, though, and he drags us all away for a group hug. Suddenly, Slim's boyfriend breaks us up by wrapping his arms around her. We all laugh as she turns to slug him one in the stomach for sneaking up on her. Luckily, she's not the only one with backstage visitors. Sally comes running backstage to plant a big kiss right on my lips. I smile broadly, hugging Sally close. Finally, we all head back out into the crowd and revel in our adoration of our new fans. This is the true definition of a rock god. We make our way over to the other roommates who are all still gathered.
Alright, how was it really?
That was a damn good show, Max. I didn't know you actually had hard work in you.
Oh, I'm gonna blush, douchebag. Thanks.
Everyone laughs and congratulates me on a job well done.
And with that, I think everyone deserves a drink. On me.
Everyone cheers as we go forth and celebrate the end of the year for a little longer, and I realize that it was really stupid to give an entire party full of people free drinks. Especially if I have to pay for it.
Alright, kids, you've got the finals next week, so I'm sure you all got plenty of studying to do. I could try teaching you something that's going to be on the finals, but really, why should I start teaching now?
The professor throws a slide on the projector that just says study before walking out of the room. Half of the class opens their books and starts studying. The other class starts standing up to pick up their things. I'm not sure what I should do. Well, if I'm going to study, I'll do it at my own pace. I pick up my things and head out the door with a bunch of other students with the same idea. I make my way over to the cafe. I'll figure I'll get a bite while I study. Wow, Max, I guess the gang's all here. I look towards Sally's voice and see that all of my roommates really are here. They've gathered around the table in the corner. Looks like even Isabella is taking a break from work to sit down.
We all just kept coming in one by one.
I suppose great minds have thought alike. Sally waves at me, smiling and patting an empty seat.
Is everyone else's professor as crazy as Professor T-Dog?
No, he's the only asshole with tenure around here. I think the schedule's all just worked out.
Wow, we almost never get to do this. This is so nice.
Yeah, why should get together more often? Messi, you're pretty alright.
Isabella reaches out to punch me in the arm as she laughs.
It's been a long year, hasn't it, as we're reminiscing of our... Yeah.
It really has been. Lot of fun, though.
Yeah, I think this has been the most fun I've ever had this year.
I'm just happy you managed to learn something, like one singular thing. I don't know what exactly, but...
Yeah, shut up. Honestly, you guys, thanks for everything this year. How about this? I know I got here late, but everyone gets a drink on me, huh? I'm just giving drinks away for free. Holy crap! I am a generous guy with no money.
Everyone around the table cheers as I stand and go over to the counter to make a drink order. As I wait for the order clerk to get my order ready, I look back at the table with all my roommates, friends, sitting around it. This has been a good year, and frankly, I can't wait to see what happens next. The next 2 weeks fairly flew by? Okay, fairly flew by. Between my finals and everyone else's, I barely got any time to spend with my friends. I put a lot of work into this last final, but it's not really my last one. Sometimes the idea of 3 more years of this seems incredibly daunting. Which is precisely why I don't want to get caught up in this college bull in the first place. I probably wouldn't even be on campus today if I hadn't needed to sell back some books. As long as I was here, though, I went ahead and printed off my grades for the year. Despite all the craziness this quarter, I've even managed to keep my grades up. Just goes to show how fucking amazing I am. I kept my grades up without even fucking trying. Like a badass. As I walk back towards Latin House, I pack some things for a trip back home and a couple of people wave at me. What? There needs to be a comma there, motherfucker. Or something. I think they probably caught my show a few weeks back. I give them a wink and a smile. The two seem glad I wave back. They throw up horns at me and give me a loud cheer. I'd quickly bow before going on my way. I'm glad people like the show. We've gotten a lot of good buzz off of it. Finally, standing back on the porch of Latin House, I think over all the things I've done this year. Smiling to myself, I open the door and head inside. And almost immediately run into Sally. Wow, oh hey Max.
Wow, sorry, Sally.
We spend a few moments apologizing to each other. For my part, though, I can't help but wonder how I ended up in this wow, what? You seem like you're going back on wanting to be with Sally. For my part, though, I can't help but wonder how I ended up with this bleeding heart vegetarian. I lean down and pet Vegemite. I don't have to lean as far as I used to, though. He's gotten much bigger. He licks my hand as he grins happily at me. He really is a sweet dog, almost as sweet as his owner. As I pet him, I find myself feeling content and happy. Yeah, she's a bleeding heart, but that means she's not afraid to just stand up for what she believes in, and my rock and roller soul really appreciates that. What? Do I have something on me?
What? No, you're fine. Damn fine, if you ask me.
Okay, were you just giving me a goofy grin, you smooth talker, you? Oh, actually, can I ask you for a favor?
Sure, what's up, baby?
I was down at the dog park in town a couple weeks back and met someone with a dog like Vegemite. She's a mutt too, and we were talking about what breed we thought they were. Well, anyway, long story short, I promised to house sit for a little bit this summer, since the two get along so well. Want to come help me walk her? Yeah.
You're sure you're not trying to bring another dog home, right?
Shut up and come on already. She smiles as we head down the street, off to pick up some strange dog. 25 minutes later, the two of us are walking down the I hate sentence structure like this. Walking back down the lane in the campus park. Okay. That's nice. That's pretty sweet, actually. Luckily, the new dog is well behaved. Thanks for coming out with me, Max. I appreciate your help. Last time I tried to walk them both at once, they just set out chasing each other. Dragged me halfway around the park.
Well, if that's all you're looking for, we can tie him to 2 different trees, and I can drag you around behind some trees.
Ha! Don't be gross, Max. Also, we're not leaving the dogs unsupervised. At least Vegemite is neutered. Means I can trust him to do a lot more than I can trust you.
Word's hurt, my dear. Word's hurt.
Sally just laughs at me. Well, with me.
See, this is why I keep you around. You don't put up with my crap.
I thought you just kept me around for my veggie-fueled body and that thing I do and the fact that you love so much.
Look, I'm not saying you don't come with some additional benefits.
Oh, did you upgrade me to the full package? Do I come with climate control?
Well, I've certainly turned up the heat doing that thing in the sack you love so much.
I love it when I can get Sally to blush. Well, if it makes you feel better, then I'm glad you're here with me. I'm always happy when you're around.
Even when I'm making bacon.
Don't push your luck, chump. Yes, even when you're performing questionable acts of animal consumption.
Good, because I'm happy to be with you, too.
We pause in our walk, ignoring for a brief moment the tug on our arms. Kiss. When her lips... Yeah, her lips... Oh my god. I'm ruining the scene. When her lips meet mine, as the sun sets in the distance, I feel like I've made all the right choices in life. Or in this game. The happy sigh coming from her as we kiss in the road tells me she feels the same. I'd tell you the magic broke when the tugging on our arms became a bit more insistent, but honestly, the magic never did break. So yeah, the last thing I remember doing my first year of college. That's the last thing I remember. Making out. Heh. It's been wait, did we just like flash forward? Okay. Or suddenly in a goddamn flashback. Or the entire story was a goddamn flashback. Okay, whatever. Heh. It's been years since I thought about my college days. As I look back at the time I spent in Latin House, it was definitely the start of a new chapter for me. The world seemed full of new possibilities, and I think I really wanted to seize all of them. I really tried to push myself academically. I figured as long as I was there, I might as well try. My parents were pretty surprised to hear the kind of grades I was pumping out. It was pretty gratifying seeing the look on their faces when I graduated with a Bachelor of the Arts in Music. Whatever did happen to the others? It's hard to remember everybody these days. Let's see. Oh, but I have left out Sally, haven't I? Sally managed to get us into a fair amount of trouble. We even got arrested on a few times during our college years. Usually it was just some protest we were getting taken in with a bunch of others. We generally got off with slaps on the wrist. When we weren't protesting, everything was great. She got pretty big into yoga for a while, and we did that together. It helped keep her from adopting every stray in the greater metropolitan area. It was a pretty good run. Luckily, before I had put the final stop to any protesting, she managed to get noticed by a national animal rights advocacy group. Apparently, her willingness to put herself out there really had caught their eye. Their cause was right up her alley. She buckled down and got her communications degree and had a good job waiting for her right outside of college. She does publicity, actually. Between my band and her career, it was a little hard to think. Aww. We ended up with a long-distance relationship out for a while. Both of us having a traveling lifestyle, we always had each other to come back to. Finally, after working on a joint venture for an ethical farming campaign, I asked her to move in with me. We're not together all the time, but we've been sharing a place ever since. As for me, well... Back Alley Flash definitely got a kickstart in the first year of college. We kept working on our act for a while. For a while I was at college, but after college, the band really did well. It was... fucking goddamn, why am I... I'm screwing this up. The band did really well once I was out of college and could concentrate full time. Our following from the school was pretty huge. We soon graduated from Gaz's bar playing honest to God stadiums, and were filling them. Luckily, the industry being what it is, we didn't rise to instant stardom. I think we would have imploded. I know I missed some chances with my education, but it paid off with the band. I'm not sure if you heard our last album. The guys producing it really work some magic. The pre-orders are any indication. This one should probably hit at number 10 on the charts, which isn't half bad. But yeah, everything else about me you probably already know. At any rate, that's good enough for now. I feel like I've been talking about myself for ages. How about you? How was your college experience? Roommates, a game by Celcio Revia. Okay, well that's the end, I guess. So the ending, like, relationships thing between the two of them, I guess makes sense. At least they're still together. In that one sentence, I thought, oh wait, did they just break up after college? Oh no, I don't want that. But then it's like, no, they're just kind of, they don't see each other all the time, but when they do, that's probably when things get freaky. Anyway. So yeah, that's nice. That's really cool. Overall, the game was kind of fucking... I already mentioned this. The game's kind of dense in what choices matter and what choices don't. And what events you need to do and don't need to do. A lot of that ending stuff I just played pretty much every event that came up. Because, I don't know, why the hell not? I already had my relationship completely won with Sally. So, yeah, it was a nice story. And we're back to the opening thing. So yeah. What? Will I continue this series? Yes, probably. Duh. Will it be with Max as the main character? No. Definitely next time, we will be playing Anne the entire time. The quiet girl who in Max's story didn't honestly get very many lines. So it'll be interesting to play Quiet Girl the entire time. We will be going after a different person, and since I am a guy and there is only one girl left, it might be a fun story to sit through. So, next time, next time I'm going to cut out a lot of the boring in-between bits, and I'm going to actually do a lot more of just focusing on the important events, like I did with the beginning of the Sally romance series, where I caught up by like cutting together only the Sally important events. I'm gonna do that with my next playthroughs of this game. If I do more past Anne, I don't know. I kind of do actually want to know more about Dominic, so that might happen at some point in the future. But for the moment, I finished the game, and I finished it successfully. Woo! Roommates! More coming at you next time, so don't go anywhere. Until the next episode, I'm Kuckles, that's Max, that's Rakesh, that's Sally, that's Anne, that's Isabella, and that's Douchenick, because that's his name now, forever. And that's been Roommates. See you next time.